here in Westwood, California. We have one of my favorite things. Am I allowed to say hi to beautiful women?
Yes, yes.
Well, okay. I always get permission. You don't want to accuse them of being that. You just have to say please.
Okay, how do you do?
I
I'm
do
Amanda.
fine. My name is Cary Harrison.
Hello, Cary.
And you're Amanda?
Eliasch.
Amanda Eliasch.
Yes, and this is
Justine Glenton.
Justine Glenton and
Charles Eliasch.
Charles Eliasch. Why don't you slide down this way? There we go. And we'll get you right in our view. We are live streaming right now.
Are you?
All over Earth.
Fantastic.
And I think you've probably traveled Earth
we
before.
have.
So a lot of people are going to know who you are. Now, let's understand what you're here for and what is your project.
My project is The Gun, the Cake and the Butterfly, which is a film about myself and my childhood and up to the present day. And it's acted with me, with my alter ego, Justine Glenton, who is...
Is that a full-time job, being her alter ego?
Absolutely, full time.
It's a bit surreal, and luckily we were chosen for this festival. It breaks all rules, really, and this is my son, who's
I also take part in the film. I'm also singing tonight before the film as the opening of it, and yeah, so I basically helped along with this and helped with the music and contributed a lot. Well, most of the music in it, the classical stuff, is performed by me.
What's your instrument?
Well, I'm an opera singer.
That's a hell of an instrument.
I also play the piano as well. Yeah.
I mean, you know, this is kind of, squeeze in. If we could find a way to do that. Let me stand in the middle.
Yes,
How's
okay.
that?
Yeah.
All right, we are live streaming. It gives us license to just really muck it up all the way
You
through.
just want to be between us.
Okay, I'm busted.
Yes, he's busted.
Opera is got to be one of the hardest things in the world, and this in no way diminishes your story. I'm
it's
complimenting,
all my family are opera
but
singers. And
yeah, right. To be able to replicate tones with such extraordinary precision. I mean, we're lucky if we can walk in a straight line. I mean, you could break glass if you do it right. This is one of the hardest things on earth to be able to do. So I'm guessing your story has the same kind of tightness and complexity throughout it. Did you like that as a segue?
yeah, that's very clever. That's very intellectual. I'm very impressed. I mean, yes, it is complex, and it is funny in some bits, and it's heartrending in others. And Charles plays my son, who I think is poisoning me. And like all sons, we all think they want our cash, you know. And so Charles comes along, and we sort of take the mickey out of ourselves, and Justine does it very well. And Charlie, of course, looks like the vampires that are around at the moment.
Well, now, to have
His gear, he's dressed in
to-
17th century gear.
to
You
have
might be able to see it properly, but he's wearing tails.
yes, he is,
He
and
looks like Chopin.
with a skull and crossbones, comfortable velvet slippers, and to have Mumsy accuse you of trying to off her. I mean, that's a brutal thing.
He's trying to...
Oh, I don't know. It's sort of taking the piss out of all of our daily lives. And you know that life is something that which you have to laugh about all the time. Exaggerate, laugh. I mean, this is what you do as an artist. You exaggerate what happens outside.
Quite true. And as an actor, we used to say actress, but I get slapped if I say that. As an actress, wow, that was fun. It's been like 10 years since I've been able to say that word. As an actress, you actually get to replicate one of these situations. So you actually get to live it without suffering the consequences of it. That's the difference. Like you
It's
have.
a bit like the Kardashians, only it's the Eliasches.
So what's this experience like for you?
It's absolutely amazing. It's been a real journey because we started with the play and then it went on to a film. So it's really expanded and grown. It's been amazing.
Well, we're very much looking forward to your success. Continued success with this. Welcome. Congratulations. You're at the 4th Annual New Media Film Festival, and you know what that's all about.
Yes.
This is the Oscars for the new media set.
exactly.
This is Sundance for the not-so-yet grown-ups. So it is the future.
Well, thank you
So
very
thank
much
you.
indeed.
Congratulations.
Goodbye. Lovely to meet you.
Thank you. You too. Bye. Be well.
Thank you.
All right. See, I'll be looking forward to your golden tones. We are, of course, at the New Media Film Festival here in Los Angeles. Another friend is walking up, and we're asking untraditionally, since we are live streaming, you get to introduce yourself and tell us about your project.
I'm Joe Sofranko, and I helped produce and acted in Can't Stand the Rain.
I'm Lili Fuller, and I also produced and acted in Can't Stand the Rain, which is a music video.
All right. Well, we've got people watching right now saying, great. What's it about?
So have you heard of the band The Rescues?
Yes.
You have?
No.
Okay, I was going to say, you just lied through
I'm just trying to be amenable here. But that's not to say that 80,000 people right there have not heard of it.
Exactly. So The Rescues is this amazing vocal indie rock band in Los Angeles. And they made a song called Can't Stand the Rain, and we approached them with the idea for a video, and the video is basically about 3 sad, overworked vaudeville performers. And we sort of see them in the doldrums of their vaudeville job, and then we mirror that with reality, quote unquote, of a restaurant chef, an office receptionist, and an aspiring model. So we kind of mirror the worlds of this crazy vaudeville world with something
Sounds like any day in LA to me.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a dance music video too. So there's dance sort of connecting the whole thing together. It sounds kind of a crazy idea, but
Do you think it's a crazy idea?
No, absolutely not. I mean, I think it totally works, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of dance. The dance really helps the whole thing flow nicely, yeah.
You know, one of the things that I love about dance is that you're actually able to tell a story with the human body. So there are no words, the closed captioning to help people get it. It's like you have to really pronounce the words with your limbs, with nuance, with a twitch, with an eyelid, you know, with a bicuspid sticking, whatever it is you're doing, a pinch of the buttock, whatever it is, you're telling a full and complete story with no aid except possibly music. But then if you screw up the storyline with the music, we lose place. That has got to be really hard.
yeah. I mean, it was challenging, but I don't know. We figured it out.
We both we went to USC, both of us, and we were in a dance theater company called Boomcat Dance Theater, where we did storytelling through movement, basically. So that's what we kind of put into this video. So it was our first time kind of doing filming what we have done on stage for so long. So it was an interesting challenge.
I imagine you weren't anticipating ending up at a film festival, were you?
No. It was just something we wanted to do. We loved the band, and so we just approached them one day, and like Lili was saying, we wanted to do something with dance in a music video that wasn't your typical hip hop or most of the big music videos you see with dance, they're very commercial pop type dance, but this dance is a little more, like Lili was saying, it's all kind of it's story-driven dance. So it's more like movement, I guess you could say, but it's fun.
Well, you're taking us back to the Australopithecus, our great-great-great-great-grandparents, which is how they communicated. But the thing is, it works.
Yeah.
I mean, it works really well.
Yeah.
And so you're doing something that you guys actually know works really well. Did you have to study sort of the science behind that or the psychology, or did you guys just know, well, that really works?
Well, it's interesting because the company that we are a part of, we have no words. It's all through dance, but we write a story, we write a script basically, and then we figure out how to tell it through movement. So it's exactly what you just said. We have to figure out how to say something without any words, just through our bodies, and it's just interesting how our bodies can communicate something without saying words. So that's exactly what we do.
There may be people watching you right now that would love to communicate with your bodies without saying words. But we're going to leave that up to the other side of the screen where you get to watch them, and it's none of our business what they think. Isn't that true?
Totally.
None of our business.
You're going to find when you become really famous someday, people are going to walk up to you in the supermarket, and they're going to want to talk to you because you've spent time in their head. You've never met them, but they know you, and you owe them. And that's a high-class problem, but someday you'll have to deal with it.
For now, we'll just have to deal with the low-class problems.
Like me. All right, thanks for coming in, Brian, you guys. Congratulations. Thanks for being at the New Media Film Festival.
Thanks a lot.
All right, be well. Kristy Best here, and she is under a category that we call the snippler, which is basically like a 30-second sizzle reel of sorts, right? And she is going to attempt to speak with an American accent because she feels we're going to understand her more easily. So do the first sentence in American and then do it in your native tongue.
Okay, so basically, Dead Heart is actually about a kind of a supernatural civil rights movement. And I'm going to go back to Australia now and explain why I have to say Dead Heart with an American accent, because otherwise it sounds like I'm talking about some kind of island far away with a hut on it where people die.
Dead Hots.
Yeah,
It's
we
like
say dead
dead
hot.
cold, cold hot.
Yeah, we don't say heart the way you guys do.
Or in Chicago, heart.
Yeah, well, actually, we probably sound more like the people from Chicago than Chicago or anywhere else. But yeah, so basically, it's going to be 30 seconds of fun, supernatural stuff where you will see this kind of, I guess, a stylized teaser of the kind of show I wanted to create from Dead Heart. Dead Heart.
Tell us a little bit about it, because a lot of people are really interested in this, and they may also be very interested in watching you. So tell us what we can expect.
Well, basically, I mean, it is a styled teaser, so you're going to understand a little bit about the two species that I've tried to create here in Dead Heart. So just like I said before with the American accent, it's basically a supernatural post-civil rights movement. So I was inspired by some race riots that unfortunately occurred in Australia, as well as kind of dating back to some stuff that went on in America, like the Little Rock Nine, and so it kind of really draws from all those events. And I felt that it was a great way, I guess, to educate teenagers by stealth, which, you know, we're all trying to do these days in terms of discrimination, using vampires and my own species that I made up called the Tuatara.
The Tuatara.
Yes, it's called the Soldiers of Death and Destruction. It's a Maori word.
Well, let me congratulate you on an act of bravery. And it's a very simple one for you.
Yeah.
But that you're talking about a post-civil rights era, that you're even bringing into the consciousness something that is so real for so many people. But we have political correctness here in the United States right now, so much so that you dare not even say, I think it's going to rain, because somebody might be a rain person and get upset. And so we really have this linguistic disconnect from reality. And you find a fun way with vampire. We all love a good vampire. We love a what were they called?
Tuatara.
The Tuatara, right.
More of a New Zealand influence, actually, that word.
Kiwis.
Yeah, the Kiwis.
Can we say that?
I don't have a problem with the Kiwis. Everyone's worried that I do. But no, you're exactly right. And I think in a lot of ways, Australia is such a young country. And so we're really still going through a teething process in terms of multiculturalism. And so, especially myself, being from a multicultural background, I've experienced a lot of interesting racism at home. And I really felt that this was an opportunity to bring teenagers into a world that they do understand, that they could be excited about, and then kind of take that into a virtual world as well, where they might be able to enlist then in a virtual high school, pick which species they want to be and live out their lives and understand what it's like to walk in someone else's shoes.
Good for you.
That's a bit different.
So, not only different, but it's a gift. It really is a gift for the rest of us who really feel a soothing emollient to the particularly troubled spirits that we have in nobody actually ever talking about this. So we all think we're crazy. Yeah. So thank you for giving us a good time, showing us you, and creating a great story.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right, well, thank you.
It was lovely meeting you.
It was lovely meeting you, too.
Best of luck.
All right. Thank you so much. We are, of course, here on the red carpet at the New Media Film Festival, 4th annual here in Los Angeles, California, as more of our celebrity friends, more of our filmmakers are